Yo, Kingearner live and direct. Not every day, y'all get me twice a day. But I felt like I had a need to restore some more honor. It's the 92 of that 102 minerals that your body is made of. Once it gets into your body, it actually restores your cells and gives that body the honor and, fighting off that mucus and unwanted diseases. If it don't come off the rock, if your sea moss comes off a line from somewhere in the ocean, take it back, man. It comes off the honorable rock. Now, I wanted to speak on something today, man. We got a lot going on. We got this rat lover, wack minus 100. And what wack minus 100 is doing, he's not carrying it right. Oh, major honorable shout out to the person in the comments that said, yo, T is honorable, because T has honor too. You see, I poured the honorable ginger out. You know how we carrying it, man, with honor. But I don't want to get into no rant. Honor snatches sometimes can turn into a rant. Although it felt so wonderful to snatch his honor and get back into the emotions of, getting retribution. A lot of people don't know what Kingearner do. But I'm going to tell you what I do, and I'm going to tell you loud and clear what I do. What Kingearner does is I actually take time out to give retribution for our community. Not for just the ones who's locked up, who's done a crime and got found guilty, they got to do the time. But for the ones who parents is out there, their wives, their children, they got loved ones too. So at the end of the day, we got to not forget about them. Although we know that they done something wrong at a time. We know that. But if it's not pedophile and pervertness or rape, I'm to the tip where as though somehow we can forgive it, we can get past it, and any person knows that when it comes down to religion, when people take the shahada, the law does as he wills. I don't have nothing to do with that part of it, right? Me, I want to restore the honor. I want the youngins to understand that there should be fairness amongst us. When I say fairness, individuals like myself that sat in jail and had individuals on a case with them, what has happened at a time, I have had people that didn't get arrested with me that told on me that might have been near me. So it's like, I'm still confused that what they may have known for a person to conspire to, they're allowing them individuals to send us to jail where they don't get no punishment. So we get the understanding though, because what ends up happening is we go to jail and we understand the punishment. 5, 10s, 2s, 3s, 1s, whatever the case may be. A person go to prison, they get an understanding it's not where I'm supposed to be. I really supposed to be doing something positive. I'm supposed to be out there with my family. And I'm supposed to be, just be free and amongst society. This is America, as they say. But we know that those individuals that get arrested and they know they conspired, they don't give them a charge. Or they give them a charge and give them lesser time. To me, that doesn't teach an individual anything. You know what that actually does? Makes that individual have an understanding that every time I get in trouble, I don't have to face my responsibilities on no level. I don't even have to do the time in the cell. So I'm going to tell every time. And then the youngins that grow up in the community, they get up, look at the ceiling, the area might not be too good, look at the basement, look at the food. Mom might be on drugs, or let's say it's the other way around, with mom going to work, doing the right thing, dad just not in the house, or both parents are in there. Whatever the case, the child goes out, and you know what that child ends up doing? That child ends up, guess what? Taking time out of their time to honor their parents. They don't honor them no more. They take the time out of that and put it into honoring a guy that's standing on the corner that's selling drugs. Now, out of one of 3 communities, probably 2 of them are rats anyway. You see where I'm coming from? So now that youngin is underneath of this guy, and this guy is showing him things that he's honoring when his parents and the people that he see, or even in the community that he see, is doing the right thing, getting up at a certain time, going to work, and he's still honored with this guy because he wants the fast money. He want to get his mom out of that poverty, or he just don't want to live like that anymore, or he just want a little bit more than what everybody else has, and he ends up becoming what? Baited into that. When he baits into that, it tears him apart. You know why I say it tears him apart? When he baits into it, he does everything the OG that he think is solid is doing. And you know what happens with that OG? That OG turns sour. That OG get locked up and can't face the time, give up his connect, and he tell youngin, listen, I'm gonna bang you. You ain't gonna get no time. We're gonna keep getting money. I'm gonna go back out here and I'm gonna get money. That's recycling crime. The government know these guys don't do no jail time, really. The government know they don't, you know, they just want them in position so they can be able to say, I can use you to go to the next level or the next step of catching the big fish. But guess what? You will never catch the big fish, because if the government wanted to catch the big fish, they're going to catch themselves. And that's what everybody is missing and being blinded by. And that's my only message. And my workshops in Camelot schools, the directors can tell you, was about that rat outpost. It was about me giving the storyline that they had and explaining to the youngins, look, one betrayed, the other one got to it, and guess what? His best friend, the one that put him onto it, he got killed. He couldn't move on no more. He's the only one left. There's nothing left. The rat comes back, and the rat is doing what? Back out here on these streets, doing what he want to do. So now what? Because I know it's clear now, y'all beginning to hear Kingearner message better. And I've been talking to y'all like this. You know, my failures was responses and responding to everything that I know that I wasn't. See, when you begin to do that, you begin to become those things slightly, and not all the way on every level. But guess what? Why would you want to be a part of even being negative, period, when this platform is not what that's for? I know I set a hell of a trend with individuals putting their face on it. You know, like now and everybody, no one's scared now. Oh, I'm a gangster. Because they figure out how to get a couple pennies, get their chick to move somewhere in a Section 8 somewhere, and they tuck somewhere, and they tuck. That's bottom line. I see you YouTubers on here 24/7, and all y'all do is speak negativity. That's all y'all do. Y'all speak about all of our lives. When them beefs went on that y'all seen going on with us older gentlemen from Philadelphia, y'all thought it was a joke and y'all entertained it. All of us went against each other. It was a trick, it was a ploy to get us all to bang each other and get out the way so they could make a lane for the rats and the lanes. Because we ain't gonna lie and say that a lot of guys that's from Philadelphia that came home from prison, we got honor because we're from the inner community. We're from one of the roughest cities, and we're not proud of that. But at the end of the day, you know, y'all gonna talk, man. You know, I just wanted to say that I'm restoring honor in a positive way. Tonight is one of those nights that I gotta keep it 1,000. My son, you're not low neither. If you knew Vlad TV, you specifically, and I say that to my son, I can't really go at all the other rappers and people that are doing business, but you're not a rapper. So you didn't have to be on that platform, my son. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to get up there, my son, with Vlad, and you knew that he had got Rick Ross, Rich Forever book before, or worn out, whatever the case may be. I don't even care. It's the fact that you can't point the finger at another guy and say, hey, Wack 100, you out of line. When Wack 100 is in the business. It's not about Wack 100 being in the business, though. It ain't about any of that. It's about what he claims, the set he claims. I wore red today. I dripped in honor to them based off the fact that I know that they don't harbor suckers like that. And I know some things that we see on internet and everybody else think, oh yeah, that person's really part of it. Yeah, they might be like co-signed, but they ain't really in it, and they never was. Some of them just pay to be co-signed, you hear me? To be able to move around. That's when you know they're not a gangster. You know why? You got family, brothers, and people that you know that you can have co-sign you that are solid, that are men too. Just because it's a gang doesn't mean it got to be the toughest thing in the world. And then that's the thing that I've thought, that I always had understanding, even when I was in the feds, that the gang wasn't about that. It was about love and community. Even if we take it back, the Bloods and Crips wasn't supposed to be rival enemies. Let's get some understanding about culture. Let's stop letting these dudes just claim these things. Game, come on out, you two. Come on out. You're quiet. I don't understand the quietness of all you mutts. I don't want to. Come here, Game. Stand right here while I talk to you. You mutt. You's a mutt. You see, because you talk that gangster stuff too. Managers and all that running around. I'm going to get the other guy too. I'm going to come back to him. I got to remember his name because he's not really relevant as these mutts is. Game and Wack 100 guys that's claiming that's from there, that's from the root of it, is doing this and saying, man, these guys don't know nothing. 6ix9ine is definitely a street guy. He learned how to be amongst them at the end of the day. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take you, Wack 100, you mutt you, tie you to the legs of your pretty butterfly-faced boyfriend Game, right? And how I'm going to carry it is, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all sit there. You know how y'all carry it? Y'all keep ball handling 6ix9ine. I'm going to let him have a menage a trois with both of y'all. So I'm going to put your leg, hand here, wrap y'all all up, and throw y'all to the moon. God damn, them mutts got caught up with the stars, huh? Trying to shine so bright that you lost your dignity. Understand what honor snatching is an example of what you've done. How could you carry it like that? How could you go to sleep and wake up and the only thing you can offer to your community is, I'm going to accept a rat? I'm going to accept the person that betrayed us? You know what we've been through? You know that these brothers that were incarcerated, them things that they may have been through in their life, that's the only direction they understood? And he got a part of our culture, and bring his nonsense, trying to act like he could throw money around, and then don't want to keep the honor intact? Ah, no. He was supposed to get dishonored and violated. You know why? If he's a civilian, he should be a message to every civilian: do not try to be a part of the streets, because that's what he done. Bottom line, he tried to be a part of the streets, and look what it done. It got him stuck up there with the stars, shining so bright that it's a dishonor coming from it. When I look up and I threw his honor up there, all I see is a dishonor coming from Wack 100, 6ix9ine. And you, Vlad, you've been a civilian, but you're the worst kind of civilian, because you don't care who you go after. You go after guys like Rich Forever. You know what he done for the culture? Changed a lot of lives. Bottom line, you're a hater, you're a mutt, and you just want to be the guy and play. But I blame you stars too. That's why I honor the Kevin Gates. Let's not forget I honor AR also to the highest degree. These guys are the ones that put things in play and made sure that, yo, here's a speaking honor, go follow him. You can never, ever go against that type of honor. So why would you, my son, want to go up and talk to Vlad when you know he's going after the people in our culture, even if he isn't an investigator, DEA? I'm talking about you, my son, because you're not an artist. Yeah, the artist can go and, get on the